OpenDial is an open source toolkit designed to facilitate the development of spoken dialogue systems. It has already been deployed in a variety of application domains, such as human-robot interaction, in-car driving assistance, and intelligent tutoring systems. How does it work? Let's start the user interface of OpenDial. We see that the interface is split in three main views, three tabs. The first view is the chat window that displays the dialog history and allows the user to provide new inputs, either by typing them here or by using speech recognition like this. And this is a second test. Of course, the last option is only available if an actual speech recognizer is connected to the toolkit. Here we're using the Nuance Speech API for that. The second view is the dialog state monitor that displays the Bayesian network making up the current dialog state. Here we only have three variables describing the last user utterance and the conversational floor. But we may of course have dialog state that are way more complex with many variables and complex dependencies between them. The third view is the domain editor. OpenDial is designed to be completely domain independent. So all domain specific information is stored in a separate file called the domain file, which is encoded in an XML format. Currently we don't have any domain, but we can easily open one to show you an example. So here is a simple dialog domain for talking elevator that can move between three floors using a simple conversational interface. I'm not going to go into details of the XML format, but we can see that the domain is made up of probabilistic rules and that each rule is a structured mapping between logical conditions on one hand and corresponding effects on the other. And each effect may either have a probability value or a utility value depending on the type of rule. Let's go back to the chat window to see how this particular domain plays out. We can restart the interaction.
Which floor do you want?
And we can answer the system. Third floor, please.
Do you want to go to the third floor?
We can go to the dialog state monitor to see what happened. And we see that new variables have been added to the system. And we can always click on some variables in the Bayesian network to calculate marginal distributions, which is very useful for debugging. So we see here the probability distribution over the possible dialog acts from the user. And on the left-hand side, we see the history of recent state updates. We can see how the probabilistic rules have been applied to update the dialog state and select new system actions. We can go back to the chat window to finish the interaction and answer the system. Yes, exactly.
Okay, going to third floor.
So that was all for a small example. So if you want to know more, you are invited to visit the website opendial-toolkit.net, where you can download our software and read the user guide that explains how to make your own domain models and test it for your application. Thank you.